Right, I figured I could sit and sulk, or I could try and try and um, improve the cupping on this thing. So I'm gonna make some little pieces of steel, cut some pieces of steel to try and increase my bridging, just for test. Anyway, I'm just trying to lift this lot up because I'm trying to get this sponging back in so it doesn't block access. But well, I need to take this out a minute because flipping screws. I hate these things. I'm trying to get them loose. This one's always a pain. You probably even can't see. Oh, you can probably. I don't know. I don't know if you're watching Hyde. I just want to get this right. It's my foam is blocking access to the bottom part, so I just want to pull it back a bit. Put the other one back in. I need to hold this up while I get the other foam one back in and get it the right height, the right distance. I mean, if there's too much foam sticking through the back, I can't get access to them slots. This is such a fiddle. Right. If I just hold that, get it in the right place. Right. Right, okay. I need to move it a bit more to the right. Clamp it back down again. I don't know if you're watching, Hyde. I don't know if you... I'll just message you anyway. So, alright, I'm just trying to get this so this foam doesn't actually get that it sits on. Doesn't block access to the slots underneath. Otherwise, it means taking the whole thing out again. I don't want to be doing that if I can help it. Clamp this back down. It actually hurts if I flick it in the wrong place. This one's a problem. Oh, that's better. go to the store in a bit. But in the meantime, now I'm thinking as if I make some little pieces of metal and I slide them across my magnetic switches, that I should be able to get a bit, improve the coupling between them. There's enough room in there, but it might wobble about, so I might have to wedge it. I don't know. I can get them in, but I'm going to have to make a few of these. I've got to cut a few of these and to make a tight fit to improve my switches, my magnetic switches. Yeah, so actually it doesn't go in all of them, it just goes in 3 on each, 6 on each side, so it is a bit of a tight fit actually. Yeah, there's the magnets there, you see. I've got to get these sizes right, so I'm just checking with one first. I think it's a little bit too tight. I might have to cut the corners off or something. Just trying to work out the right. I'll cut the corners off. So I've got the right shape. Okay, that fits. That actually fits. I actually need to turn this on while I'm doing it, then I can see if there's an improvement in switching. So I'm going to put power on. You don't want to see my feet right now. I've got my feet in a bubble wrap bag to keep my feet warm, because my feet are cold. Right, I'm reading 0.523 right now. So, did that piece I just put in make all that difference? Let's take it out. 0.527. Oh, it's actually gone up by taking it out. Oh, that's strange. That shouldn't be the case. 0.527. Oh, let's check current. Let's check current. Right, 9.9. Oh, it's reading 10 milliamps actually right now. I've got a bad connection somewhere down here. 9.10. It's something down. I'm connected to red wire. Where the hell's that going? That's going to yellow, right, that's right, and that was white. It's connected to green, that's right. These leads are crap. I've got 11.1 milliamps, it's stable now. Let's put this back in. $11.2 milliamps, 11.3 milliamps, 11.2 milliamps. Oh, this is ridiculous, it's up and down. Why is it up and down? Maybe I've got a bad connection somewhere. Now it's gone down to 10.5 milliamps. What the heck? I want this stable. Oh, it's that connection down on the floor. It's these crappy leads. Flipping Chinese junk. Right, I've got up to 12.6 milliamps now. Just by wiggling that flipping lead around. That's ridiculous. Right, let's take this shim out. 12.7. Well, I need to do this on the other side as well. Let's try the other side. I definitely need more coupling though. 12.6. It's actually, it has to be balanced. So what's happening? I need to put one on both sides. I need to cut the corners off this little one as well. That's what's making it difficult to get it in. Okay, I'll cut the corners off that one. It's like a boat, shaped like a bottom of a boat. Alright, I'll stick that one in that side. Yeah, I need to make more of these. 12.5. 12.5, let's take that one out. Huh, that's weird. Ah, there's definitely, there's something seriously wrong with my coupling actually. Interesting. Well, of course I see what the problem is. I'm not thinking this through properly. It's the shim, it's the bridges on the inside core that's the problem. Okay, so basically I want more bridging on the inside core, actually less bridging on the outside core. Gee, that means I've got to take the whole thing apart to get to the inside core. Because you can't change the bridges on the inside core without dismantling. I might have to just swap these laminations around so that the thicker bridges are on the inside and the thinner bridges are on the outside. That would make sense. But it's going to require more filing as well. Still, it's worth having a shot at that. I know you can't see the scope right now on the meter right now, but yeah, I am certainly going to be having a I'll go up until this money comes through for the other design which I want to build. can really do is mess around with this one. But yeah, my bridging on the inside wants to be more, and the bridging on the outside wants to be less. So basically my laminations are back to front, because these outside laminations have a bigger bridge than the inside laminations. So basically I need to put the inside laminations on the outside and the outside laminations on the inside. And the difference between them is the fact that the inside laminations are actually 3mm thick, and the outside ones are actually the actual well, if you look at this, it's 3.5mm from that side to that side on these thicker bridges. But on the inside laminations it's actually 3mm, whereas these are 3.5mm, which means I've got to do a bit more filing on the inside. So I might actually be a good thing to do is to I'm not even on camera. Yeah, so between the tweezers it would be, these are 3.5mm, and the ones on the inside are 3mm. So yeah, I'm gonna have to swap the laminations around, which I can do. And I think I will actually do that, because these have got bigger bridges, you see, and that would be interesting to see the result, because I'm pretty sure these aren't 1mm, and I had them cut. Oh, is it 2? Actually, it might be 2. Oh, actually these bridges are 2. Yeah, that's right. These are 2mm bridges, and the inside ones are actually 1mm, so I need to swap them around. Well, I can do that. That is something else that we can do to try to improve things. It's certainly going to be a viable thing to try out in the meantime, while waiting for this bloody money coming through. And I think that might actually be what the problem is. I think that my coupling needs to be increased on the inside, and the looser coupling on the outside. It makes kind of sense really, because the field on the outside doesn't get as much switching actuation because of the amount of actuation between the coil on the end. There's very weak field on the outside of the coils, but there's a much stronger field on the inside of the coils. Therefore, that is the next step, I think. So yes, we do have something else we can do. Yeah, good. That's a good idea, Hyde. Actually, I'm gonna make some more coffee as well. If I rotate the camera, you should be able to see the scope. What is with my right, okay, that works. I'm just going to go and make coffee. Turn that light off a minute. I kind of feel like Bigfoot at the moment because I put this bubble wrap bag on my foot because I had a cold toes, and it's just this time of year when the sudden changes in temperature. I hate cold feet, I really do. Just waiting for my kettle to boil. I need to get some slippers. I need to get some warm fluffy slippers. I'm going to get some actually. Oh, well, very interesting. Very interesting that I was losing quite a bit of current in that lead, and it's surprising really because previously I was only getting like 9 milliamps, now I'm getting 13.3 milliamps of current when I cross my meter. That's pretty good. So I wonder where everybody is today. I wonder where Russ is. Russ hasn't even logged in, and he must be at work. Hang on, he will be at work now. It will be 10 minutes to 11 AM, and yet Russ has still not logged back in. Huh, maybe he's having some problems. Well, look at my meter. Turn it all the way down. Oh, it's gone down again now. Just because I picked it up, it's disturbed that connection. But it's reading, oh my god, it's 13.1 milliamps. Shorted out. Cost the output coil. Well, that's not bad considering it's not bad really considering it's only half a volt. Well, let's check volts again. Right, it's reading 0.322 volts AC output right now. I don't want to mess with the oscillator because I've got that tuned up quite well. I'm just basically working on the mechanical side right now to get that optimized. Yeah, 13.2 milliamps right now. 13.3, it's gone up again. What did I do? Maybe I breathed on it wrong. Now I'll put the scope back on so you can see what's going on there. Hang on. So I'm just twisting the camera at the moment to point at the oscilloscope and without disturbing my lamp too much. I'm trying to get the meter in as well if I can. Where's the meter? It should be on the left. It's just off camera for some reason. My light's off right now. I'm trying to save my back solar battery. But oh, right. Right, I don't know if you can see that. This oscillator circuit is just so stable. It's very, very stable. I'm really quite happy with this circuit. I mean, from the moment I turn it on to it being on for like what 30 minutes, the actual frequency is rock solid. It doesn't shift. You know, that's really, really, really good, and that's what I want, because the last thing you need is to have to tune it when it's hot or whatever, and tune it when it's cold. You don't want to be doing that, and it's just very, very stable. Even when the voltage drops, the frequency doesn't move. Well, are you watching? Hi, are you watching? Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is I discovered that I'm going to swap my laminations around. The laminations on the outside. I don't know if people have been watching what I was saying earlier, but the laminations on the outside have a 2mm bridge. They have a 2mm bridge. Hang on a minute. I'm just making this bigger so I can point out what I said earlier, because you might have missed it. Right, there's a 2mm bridge between the two halves on the outside laminations. Now, what I've figured out is that I've got it back to front. I need to move the outside laminations to the inside lamination position, and move the inside lamination position to the outside laminations, because the inside laminations have got a 1mm bridge, right? And it seems, from what I've just been testing, it seems that when I put an extra piece of steel on the outside laminations, which is a piece of this steel, right, when I put that across the outside laminations like that to increase the bridging effect, when I put that piece of steel in on the outside, the output power actually goes down, the voltage goes down, and also the current goes down. So that means that the inside laminations want to be more and the outside want to be less. So I'm going to swap the laminations around. I'm going to basically disassemble the device, and I'm going to, the only difference is that the actual height and the height of the lamination on the outside is 3.5mm, but it's 3mm on the inside, so it means I'm probably going to do a bit more filing. You know, I need to file inside bobbins out a bit more so these ones will fit in. But it was interesting to find that the outside laminations don't need more bridging, they actually need less, right? Anyway, the inside definitely need more, because I've actually been adding some core material on the inside, and it's improving it, so I think that's the problem. Shubus is here, no fear. I don't know what it is today, Shubus. My brain is cold with this chill, this cold weather we're getting now. Yeah, I'm using a different camera right now. Well, it was the webcam on the other. It's on the other computer, and I decided to. Oh, Shubus has got a new camera. Oh, cool. Oh, good. Let me just see if I can see what the answer is today for the pre-Ps. Uh, I don't know. I think it could. I'm seeing clock anyway. I'm seeing a big clock today. You know what else I've found is these diodes, it's critical how these diodes are balanced on the circuit board, because if I put my finger on one of the diodes, just watch that peak change. That's just from warming up one of the diodes, that little peak starts to get bigger, and it'll just rescale them in a minute. And now it starts to oscillate, look. That's just by putting my finger. That's just we put my finger on one diode as it warms up. It changes the oscillation. Look. Take my finger off and it'll stabilise again. You watch. That's how sensitive that is. Now it's stabilising again because I took my finger off and it's cooling down again. So thermal temperatures on these diodes is very, very critical. That's why having a decent amount of heat sinking with the copper tracks is really handy. It keeps everything stable. Yeah. Oh, where's that gone? Yeah, at least I saw that. So brain is not too mushy. I don't know if Shubas is watching, so I'm typing. But I'm going to the store soon. Let me think. Oh, I've got another hour to wait for this store to open. I need to alter that clock up on the wall. It's an hour fast. I won't be able to reach that clock. I have to get step ladders out just to get to that clock. So now I'll see if I can get that focus a little bit better, because it's not very good. I need to get my preview up. See if I can get it a bit better. I figure if I do it in poor light, it should be easy to see. Well, that's not bad. You can almost see 13.5 milliamps. I think you can probably see it. If I put the light on, yeah, you can see it now. You can see it with the light on. This camera's quite cool because it adjusts the brightness, but I don't like leaving it on all the time because I'm running my battery down. My solar battery. Who just came in? Russ! Russ is there. Yeah, Hacksaw did a server maintenance thing today. A drone? What the heck is a drone? You've got a remote control flying drone shooters. What? To look through windows and things. We used to have that back in the 60s. It was called the window cleaner. But I think they have extensions on the end of the cleaning things these days. Some of them are too lazy to go up ladders, but not all of them. So all these regulations about putting scaffolding up just to go up a ladder now is ridiculous. It really is. I'm a little bit baffled why the peaks at the top are actually wider apart than the ones at the bottom. That doesn't make sense. Unless it's something to do with the coil. Or the oscilloscope is not working properly. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Because why do the peaks look wider? Oh, I noticed actually that they're more squished down here and they're actually further apart up here, and that shouldn't be. The duty cycle's right. That's curious. Well, it can't be the oscilloscope because these peaks down here would be narrow as well, but they're not. So it's got to be something to do with my coils. Yeah, my coils are probably not quite balanced. Oh, I'm checking that video out. Oh, it looks nice.
The generator that I've been testing, I don't like driving it with the diameter smaller than the toric for. I want the diameters to be the same. So I decided to try using a half toric instead of the full toric. I just got this running. Didn't really get a chance to try it out much. Does work. Sounds like it needs a little bit of a tune-up. magnet to loosen the flywheel. There's no reed switch on this. It's using the Shell driver filter. It's 2 transistors. I think I have the patent on it. I'll put the patent number in the description. Thanks for watching.
Well, that's cool. Oh, Sausage was in today, Hyde. Sausage popped in briefly, asking about Russ and why he wasn't live streaming much lately, and I said, well, basically he has to get permission to live stream from work now, so but you need to ask Russ about all the details. That's all I told him, really. And he didn't really say much about that. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to fill in all the details myself because, well, they're a little bit unclear to me as well. I don't really know all the details. Well, there's still plenty to do with this actuation thing. So tonight I am going to, when I've been to the store and got some snacks and food or whatever, I'm going to have to basically pull out my cores and swap things around. It's not a big job really, because I didn't really glue them in, so they should come out easy enough. And because of my cores, my inner cores are actually, my bobbins, and I've got these new files as well. It's going to make life so much easier. These new router, what do you call them, RASP files are going to make it so much easier to actually file out the inside bobbins to swap these laminations around. So I'm not going to be struggling with that. If there's any tight ones, it won't go in because the outside laminations are a little bit bigger, you see. And I am going to try and get more laminations in the inside core if I can, because if I can get 3 in the inside per slot instead of 2, it would be even better. That would be worth it, because I've still got more laminations in the panel, you see. I have got extra ones. That should boost the magnetic switching even more. So yeah, I'm going to stop the stream in about 8 minutes because there's not a lot. I'm not doing very much right at this minute. I'll save my battery on my meter. So I don't like this time of year. It's not a nice time of year when you miss the sunshine. And Shubas is fine though. He's in sunshine land. Oh, I see. My feet have been so cold. I stuck these bubble wrap bags on my feet just to get my feet warmed up because I don't have any slippers. Really need to get some slippers. The floor seems to be cold air seems to come through the bottom of the floorboards or something. I don't know. It's the coldest place down on the floor. I'm basically just waiting for the store to open, which is in another 40 minutes. So I'll be live later when I dismantle this thing and change my laminations around. I'm excited to try that, and I'm sure we'll get some interesting improvements as well. And I will certainly see about getting 3 laminations on the inside per slot instead of just 2. Because that will triple, possibly more than triple. Might quadruple my output, even more than that. I mean, so I might actually get a volt even, or 2 volts. That would be cool if I can get at least the working voltage that I can use to put through a bridge rectifier. Then I'll be happy seeing something useful that I can actually use to run something. And it's just something I never thought to do really. My original design was simply to have a 1mm bridge on the inside cores and a 2mm bridge on the outside cores, and I was actually doing it backwards. I was actually doing it in reverse to what I should have been doing, but never mind.